I appreciate you all joining us a week to our every webinar the Friday after Thanksgiving. So we'll look forward to not having a webinar then. Anyway, the focus today is going to be three of the best people who are doing Facebook presences, companies. And but before we do that, we will go ahead and look at the news as we normally do. The first bit of news from the last 3 weeks now, Google, you've probably heard, has decided serving on Buzz. This is not a surprising move. We'll see if Google Plus actually makes it, but you know, Buzz was, I mean, had lots of users, but into Buzz. Introduced what they're calling the social sentiment slider, and you can see an example of it. What is the draw of luxury? Your slider and move it. You can share your answers. But you know, obviously places like Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and Yahoo is touting this as sort of a, you know, changing the way that people communicate socially. I don't know that it's a way of incorporating. It's more than just a, you know, more than just a share button where you're saying, hey, isn't this an interesting article? You're actually sort of sharing your opinion and again able to do that across your social networks. So an interesting new feature and one that we'll keep our eye on. There was some articles coming out recently about how the Faceman
web events made easy.
I've been waiting for it. I imagine many of you have been waiting for it as well. Part of the issue is just I think the technical development behind it, but part of it also is that as soon as Facebook announced that it was coming, this rumor going around that possibly Facebook was going to be hacked into by the hacker group Anonymous, and supposedly that was going to be happening on November 5th. November 5th, if you know your history, and that's what the image we've got here, that's the day when the infamous gun powder, which was a plot to blow up Parliament in London by Guy Fawkes and his band of conspirators, and that happened on November 5th, I want to say. So it's and our one-to-one, which is in sort of beta testing now, and it's something where you can go and try to sign up, basically for people within a particular neighborhood to connect to their neighbors and to their friends in the neighborhood. You are required to not only use your real name and your real address, but you're actually also required to provide a proof of address. So you have to actually prove that you live where you say you're living in your profile. In order to, is that it's a quick and easy way to get out things like questions. For the example that they showed a couple times was, hey, who can watch my kids tonight? That would be convenient if you could just send that out to your neighbors and get it. Com is sort of making a lot of assumptions. I think it's assuming that everyone would know. You had, you know, a housing development, or if this was something that sort of as a group, a neighborhood association decided to take on, but how popular this indicate with those. So that's the head into the focus, which is straight talk on 3 of the best. And before I do that, let me just grab a drink of water here. Sorry about that. Now here I am again. So basically what I'm going to do in this section, I'm going to give you just a quick look at 3 companies' Facebook page. I think it'd be worth your time to go and look at these pages yourself just to see some really interesting things in terms of how they do it. Now, I will say that all 3 of these companies that are national companies that obviously have huge advertising budgets and you know, and you know, huge resources at their disposal that most of us can only dream at. Really are well with our clients. Too much money, too much additional advertising in a really clever way to engage with their customers. So what I'm going to show you is just a couple of shots of their Facebook pages, and then I'm going to walk you through a couple of posts from each of their pages. So the first one that I want to talk about is Doug the Spokes Puppet, who was the Spokes Puppet for Ford. You may have seen there was a Wall Street Journal article that sort of highlighted, and basically the Ford Focus has not been known as a cool car. In fact, kind of just the opposite. It's had some struggles as being known as a pretty uncool car. And so Ford wanted to do something to give it some personality, sort of, get a community of people behind it who were in fact thinking that it was cool. And one of their marketing people somewhat randomly pulled out this orange puppet, and as the quote said in the Wall Street Journal, said something like, so they pulled out this orange puppet, and the orange puppet became Doug, who had sort of an ongoing, basically Doug was this fun-loving puppet who had a really strong personality. He was sort of half Kermit the Frog, half old, and I'll show you a couple of the posts in a minute. First, this was what you see when you Ford Spokes Puppet Facebook page. There's a custom page trying to get you to like the page, and then as you go in, you can start to see what the wall looks like here. Right now, there was sort of a storyline, and Doug has officially, Ford has basically ended the promotion with Doug by this point, and so they've put up this wall image of saying that Doug has gone missing, and some of the feedback around that have just been people are saying, oh, we've got to send out the FBI and the CIA to find Doug. It'll be interesting to see if Ford comes back and continues to capitalize on some of this success that this campaign has had. Right now, this Facebook page, I should mention, has about 43,000 likers, which for a single promotion is obviously pretty amazing. And then some of their posts, just to give you an idea of the personality they're showing here. Izzy Gomez says, Doug, it would make my life if you replied to this. And Doug responds, on the contrary, Dizzy, it would make my life if you replied to this reply. And Izzy says, now I have to buy the Focus. So you can see that they are doing some fun things here in terms of engaging with their customers. Another example, Megan Akins writes, Doug, you are the best orange hobbit I've ever watched. And Doug responds, Megan, you are the best at making me learn how to use the shift key with the utmost of accuracy because of her style of typing there. So again, just some fun engagement with customers. There was one post that the journal article mentioned that where somebody posted and said, hey Doug, are you single? And he responded by saying, is the sky blue? And Ford commented on this saying that at first, when it first started getting into some of his, edgier replies, they said, can we really do this, or is this going to reflect, badly on our company? And they decided, you know what, Doug is his own personality, and we're going to sort of let him do his own thing, even though obviously it's Ford people writing the responses here. So. That is Ford. That's the Doug the Spokes Puppet campaign that you can find on Facebook. Just go searching for Spokes Puppet, and I'm sure you'll find it. The next one is Heinz Ketchup, everyone's favorite ketchup, and this is some things I want to point out with their Facebook page. Are again, they have a custom page encouraging you to like them, and this is what you get as soon as you go there. They have a current promotion right now in honor of Veterans Day, which is coming up in a week. They have this promotion going on where you can send a digital thank you to veterans, or you can go ahead and like Heinz on Facebook. And for each one that happens, they're actually going to be giving some money toward the Wounded Warrior project, and so Heinz is actually making I think it's an up to $200,000 commitment for people who want to go and like them on Facebook or find other ways to support veterans. So it's really a corporate commitment that they've made around this holiday. So that is one cool thing. But the thing that I wanted to show more, again, to some of their personality, here they are. They had a Halloween contest for how you could, make a ketchup-themed Halloween costume and share that, so that people could show off their creativity. So again, a fun way of engaging with their customers. And then they have recently decided that they're doing this limited edition balsamic vinegar ketchup, and they're giving their Facebook fans first crack at ordering the ketchup. So Facebook fans will be able to order this new ketchup as of 10 days from now. and it doesn't come out to the general public until December. So this is a real commitment that Heinz is making to its Facebook community to say, you know what, we're going to give you the first chance to try out this new product. And of course, I mean, it's brilliant because you know, it's not like Heinz is giving away this new product. They're saying, hey, you get the first chance to buy this, and yet people, you know, people feel special because they are getting this exclusive first look. So it is a way of rewarding this group of Facebook fans, and Heinz has something like 800,000 and some Facebook fans. So really quite a community, especially for getting behind something like Ketchup.